Boy, did Jalen Hurts really just spill the beans about the severity of his finger injury to the press yesterday, or what? Also, Baker Mayfield missed practice again. There's a fresh update on A.J. Brown that sounds way better than what other people have been telling you. Also, Fletcher Cox delivered a resounding speech before the Birds wildcard matchup, and Mike Vrabel, that name keeps getting thrown around with Philadelphia. I'm Thomas Mott. This is the Thomas Mott Show. Now, I know we've talked a lot about hiring a brand new head coach the past few days when the Birds haven't even played their playoff game yet. Nick Sirianni currently, at least clearly, is still in charge for now. But I couldn't help listen to Diana Rossini, who's a known Eagle fan, by the way, on Dan Le Batard's show 2 days ago, explaining that Mike Vrabel's firing has caused some teams with established head coaches to start thinking about making a change.
I can tell you, Stu.
Yes.
There are teams out there that have a coach in place.
Right.
They've already told everybody, like, this is our guy, and maybe some of these teams are still playing, maybe they're not, who had conversations yesterday after Mike Vrabel was fired about moving on from their current head coach.
All right, I know she didn't mention Philly by name, but I'm really starting to think that if Philadelphia loses on Monday, which is a big if, that Mike Vrabel might be the lead candidate for both Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie to be the next Eagles head coach. I mean, think about it. If you wanted Bill Belichick, you basically would get Bill Belichick, but much younger. And although I don't really agree with Vrabel's offensive history, but if the Birds were to really fire Nick Sirianni, I'm fully behind the idea that Mike Vrabel is probably the leader in the clubhouse, despite being a little bit iffy on him. If you could have your dream candidate for the Eagles' next HC, let me know who that is down below right now. Of course, the big news of the day has to be the plethora of injuries going through Philadelphia, although let's at least acknowledge that Tampa Bay is also pretty banged up, and Baker Mayfield, dealing with a rib injury and ankle injury as well, did not practice yesterday, albeit a Thursday, definitely something to go ahead and keep an eye on. Of course, both Philadelphia and Tampa Bay are going to benefit from having the extra day of rest due to the fact they're on a Monday night playoff schedule, but just because Philadelphia is super banged up doesn't mean Tampa Bay is likewise super healthy. Now, of course, all eyes are on QB1 and Jalen Hurts, who technically practiced yesterday. You see it here, but was wearing 2 gloves and clearly some sort of brace on that finger that he dislocated in the Giants game. The bigger issue for me, however, was the fact that he actually admitted to the press that he hasn't thrown a football all week since the Giants game.
Jalen, what's your confidence level to be able to perform at the level you expect from yourself Monday night with the finger? I'm talking.
Yeah, just going out there and giving my best and doing my best. I told you it was a day-by-day thing, and getting the preparation in this week, doing everything that I can to lead the guys.
You feel like you'll be able to practice today like normal?
Want to see.
Have you attempted to try and throw?
I have not. Obviously, leaving that game and attempting to go back in that game probably wasn't physically the best idea. Not having much control over the things that I want to do. But time will tell with that, and I can assure you everything's progressing in the right way.
Yikes. I don't really know what I expected after watching that gruesome injury, but the fact he hasn't thrown a football at all is very, very concerning. Although I guess technically reporters did catch him throwing, the first football of the week yesterday at practice. You see it on your screen right now. Yeah, that was it. Not really a throw, more of like a half throw. Is anyone up for a Marcus Mariota versus Kyle Trask matchup on Monday night? I'm kidding. I'm sure they're both going to play. Although NBC's John Clark said moments ago that I'm told Jalen Hurts did not throw the ball much at all, if at all, at yesterday's Eagle practice. This is a tough injury. Hopefully, he will be able to throw before heading to Tampa on Sunday. Hopefully is definitely the right word. Just like we're hopeful that A.J. Brown is going to go ahead and play, although he was not spotted at practice yesterday as he continues to recover from that gruesome knee injury suffered against the Giants. Also, he deactivated his Twitter account this morning, which is either a nod to LeBron, who always does the same thing come NBA postseason, or he's hinting at that he's probably not ready to go and doesn't want the heat on Twitter. Or it's much worse than that because he also deleted every single Eagles-related post on his Instagram just a couple of minutes ago. Yikes. And while there are plenty of fans with sources who promise that they know everything that's going on and that A.J. Brown will not play, I'm still holding out hope because ESPN's Dan Graziano said today the Eagles are optimistic that 11 can go, as well as the bottom of the John Clark tweet we just showed you a minute ago, saying there is some hope A.J. Brown will be at practice before making the trip. Skinny Batman, however, was at practice yesterday after missing the Giants game, and he gave an emphatic yes to all of the reporters' very interesting questions about Monday night, except for whether or not he thinks his running mate A.J. Brown will play.
See y'all Monday. We gon' see how this go. I ain't finna, give y'all no pep talk about, we've been doing this and that. Nah, we going out there Monday with the plan to win, and that's that.
How excited are you for Monday?
Another opportunity, another day, another game to be played.
You get a feel of a sense of urgency this week now that it's playoff time?
It's just another game.
Just another game?
Chips just a little bit high, you know, when I go home.
Wow. How do you feel?
I'm good.
Good to go Monday night?
Yeah, I'll be there. Count me in.
Think you and AJ will be out there together?
I can't speak for him. You had to ask him that.
Now, all in all, tomorrow's injury report, the Saturday one, will probably give us the most information. I mean, the one we have right now, it's nice to see at least Slay and Smitty and Swift. Also, Cam Jurgens, he was practicing with a visor because of the eye injury. All good signs, but there's still a long way to go. And again, we're either going to find out more on Saturday or maybe Sunday afternoon, so sub and hit that notification bell. There'll be fresh shows all weekend long. Now, of course, for the past 6 weeks, all we've heard from players is that there's going to be a change. They're going to be better, that this is the week they're going to fix things. And we, of course, go, okay, well, we'll believe it whenever we see it. However, Fletcher Cox, he told reporters yesterday, and I would take this with a massive grain of salt, that he is very excited. He thinks the team has double focused, refocused, whatever focus you need, and they're ready to go for Monday night.
Yeah, man, you can feel the intensity. Everybody, the sense of urgency around the building, it's up. Obviously, it's the postseason, so everybody's sense of urgency is up. Players, coaches, cafeteria staff, the cleaning staff, everybody's here. So the entire staff, the intensity is up. So that's a good thing, a positive thing, coming in this week about, after, what we went through the last few weeks, so that's a good thing.
Again, that all sounds absolutely incredible, but I will believe it when I see it. If I see struggle by both the defense and offense on their opening possessions on Monday night, boy, I'm checking out. It's like you guys lied to me again, fool me 6 times, shame on you. I'm not going to believe it until I actually see it. Although I also can't believe that we have a 96% chance of heavy rain. Goodness gracious. In Tampa for the Bucs game, making this, by my count, the 900th rain game the Eagles have played this season. Anyone up for a big DeAndre Swift O-line and running game night for the Eagles against the Bucs? Sounds like that could be the plan. As friend of the show, Sal Paolantonio, told Jacob Sports yesterday that Lane Johnson, after the Giants loss, gave him the blueprint to an Eagles win.
In the bowels of Giants Stadium, MetLife Stadium, after the game on Sunday night, I waited for Lane Johnson as he came out of the locker room. I've known him a long time. And I said, Lane, how do you fix this? I didn't say what went wrong. I didn't say anything about the past. I said, how do you fix this? What do you do? And he basically said to me, you're looking at him. He said, we got to lean on our strength. We got to lean on our offensive line. We got to go back to what we can do as a running football team. A team that runs the football, and he said plays play action off of it. It's a simple formula. It's the formula that allowed them to beat the Bucs in September on Monday night, 25-11, when they had 40 carries. DeAndre Swift, Kenneth Gainwell, and Jalen Hurts. They need to run the football in this game more than ever.
Finally, if you're into this sort of thing, the Eagles released their first 1-minute playoff hype video, which was narrated by Jason Kelce just a few minutes ago. And it's good, but did it do enough to convince you that the Birds are going to win on Monday night? Take a listen.
Fans are frustrated. We're frustrated. The playoffs are here, and we're not where we want to be yet. This is when you're most tested as a team.
We begin storm now. The storm's gonna make us stronger.
We got pain in our hearts. Let that out.
We believe in every player in this locker. In our will, in our hearts to push through and do anything for this team and this city.
For this city, I'll do anything.
It's time for the playoffs. Now is when we come together. It's about who wants it most. And I know we f***ing want this.
Now I'm a sucker for hype videos. I mean, you watch that and you go, oh my gosh, they're going back to the Super Bowl. But again, let's all pump the brakes a little bit here with the injuries that we're dealing with. Plenty more updates hopefully on that. Just go out there and look like a competent football team. Is that too much to ask? Look competent to me. Don't just drop players into coverage who should be blitzing. Don't just sit there and not call hot routes whenever you are being blitzed. Show me a competent, smart football team, and you're going to win this game easily. Rain, sleet, or snow, the Eagles train will go on Monday night. If not, however, you're going to lose. They're going to blow things up, and it's going to be a very dramatic offseason. Probably the same either way. Still, plenty more stuff happening as we get closer to Monday night. Be sure to subscribe. We're getting very close to 36,000 subs as we keep rolling here in the Thomas Mott Show. I'm Thomas Mott. We'll see you guys in the next one.